it's time to relax, and you know what that means. A stack of comics, your favorite easy chair, and of course this compact disc playing on your home stereo. So go on, indulge yourself. That's right, kick your shoes off, lean back, and just enjoy the melodies. After all, music can bring back all that nostalgic memories. Yeah, here we go. Welcome to Captain's Comics, toys and more. Take your time, have a look around the store. It's free comic book day 2026. You picked us up, good call, it fits. This is where the playlist starts, a little love letter to the things we are. So press play, let it roll tonight. You got something good in your hands, that's right. From old school games to the silver screen, every track hits somewhere in between. First song here just sets the tone. You're not listening to this alone. This awesome mix was made for you, side by side with Volume 2. You'll hear a fight, you'll hear a flight. Mortal Kombat kicks it off just right. And Superman up in the sky in Spaceballs makes it all go by. Pac-Man fever lights the maze. Geeks take over in their own way. OCD with that coffee spin. Yeah, this is where the fun begins. Rapping Duke with a throwback sound. Diggy diggy hole goes underground. The Witcher theme calls you near. Serenity brings that quiet cheer. Let it play, don't skip a track. There's a story in this stack. So press play, let it roll tonight. You got something good in your hands, that's right. From old school games to the silver screen, every track hits somewhere in between. First song here just sets the tone. You're not listening to this alone. This awesome mix was made for you, side by side with Volume 2. Mr. T brings the energy. Barry runs through history. Spider-Man swings back again. Hobby talk with all your friends. And time keeps moving on. Then the ultimate showdown song. And if you're someone who plays to win, there's a hidden track tucked in. Yeah, you might want to stick around. So press play, let it roll tonight. Thanks for stopping in, it feels just right. From every shelf to every sound, there's a little magic going round. Track one fades, but don't you go. There's a lot more left below. This awesome mix was made for you. Every song to carry it through. Thanks for stopping by today. Enjoy the show and press play.
Are you interested in amateur radio? Ham radio is an exciting hobby that opens the door to digital communications, international connections, electronics, STEM learning, public service, and community involvement. The Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula is a non-profit 501c3 organization dedicated to helping people discover one of the most rewarding hobbies around. We offer free amateur radio licensing classes, mentoring, technical support, and opportunities to get involved in all aspects of radio communications. Whether you're interested in emergency communications, technology, public service, or just meeting great people with shared interests, there's a place for you in amateur radio. Learn more and become a member today at kc8oh.org.
In a small town where imagination faded, one place refused to let it die. A beacon in the dark where new comics sat idle waiting for an opportunity. Captain's Comics Toys, and your next adventure starts here. The store has not yet been rated.
Rikers leans in his eyes like fire. Nemo's got the mic dressed in satire. Andrew in the booth, spinning the wheel. Cameras rolling, it's all surreal. Who's the guest today? Who's the guest today? Record spinning, always winning. Rikers, Nemo, questions pinning. Andrew called the shot, don't miss the frame. Hobby Hooligan, what's your name?
What's up, all you hobby hooligans? Welcome to another episode of Ashtabula Hobby Talk. I'm your host, Rikus, owner of Captain's Comics in North Kingsville, Ohio, and I'm here with...
Hey, Hobby Hooligans, Nemo, K8PBL, president of Amigos Radio Club, Ashtabula, and amateur radio enthusiast. Hey, guess what? We're here with Asher Searles, right? Last name Searles. All right, very good. He is ATV MX racer, semi-pro. Is that right?
I'd say amateur, yeah.
Amateurish. Okay, you got sponsors. Sponsors mean just semi-pro to me, but
Yes.
all right. And he's also the winner of our 100 viewer giveaway. So he came up a couple weeks back when we hit 100 viewers. We spun the wheel, and his name was on the list, and it came up. So congratulations, man, and thank you.
Thank you.
This was our best way of getting the stuff to him, too, was getting him in here to talk on the show. We tried a couple other ways, and it didn't work out.
It didn't work out. Schedules didn't really meet together or anything like that.
Yeah. So here, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Here's your shirt, man,
Oh, thank you, sir.
and here's your cup.
Oh, man.
There you go, shirt and a cup. So we'll be getting that going pretty soon here.
All right.
It's not the same shirt that Nemo's been wadding up and
No,
putting
that shirt's still up in the corner. Oh, that looks great. I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, good. I like the color. Yeah, thanks for watching and
Yeah, appreciate you watching the show.
subscribing to us and enjoying the content of what we do here. This is all about hobbies and supporting the hobby business.
And if you're watching right now, go ahead, log into the chat, and we'll get things rolling in there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in MX racing?
All right, so yeah, thank you, sir. So about myself, how I really got into four-wheelers I would say when I was a little kid, my uncles and my cousins would come over to my grandparents' house, and shout out to Matt Krause and Aaron Lawrence for ruining my bank account, getting me into the sport. And I would just say growing up watching them ride around all the time, I really spiked an interest in ATVs in particular. They've always had dirt bikes. We grew up driving go-karts and all that. But so I got into four-wheelers. I ended up buying my first one off my uncle. I was about 16. I went and raced it at the Ashtabula County Fair. Didn't do good, blew it up. Then I kind of went away from it for a while, finished high school and whatnot, and then I actually sold that one and ended up buying a 0405 TRX 450R. I built that. I started racing in the woods. Shout out to Bud Fisher, Motorsports, for sponsoring me. He helped me build it because I bought that one blown up. I built it. I raced in the woods. He let me ride there over at Pine Lake. And that's really where all this got started. So I went from woods racing, that's XC, racing in the woods. I switched over to MX, which is where I'm at now. It's way cleaner, way cleaner. I got to watch the quad as much, which that's mainly why I went for it. But yeah, so I started first ever time racing MX. I actually, funny enough, I was selling four-wheeler parts. I met this guy, Anthony Schwartz, at Circle K, actually right here in North Kingsville, to sell him a set of Nerf bars, and he got me into coming out to a place called Pymatuning Hole Shot. over in Linesville, PA, and that was the first place I went and raced MX, like an actual track besides just at the fair. Went out there. I actually did fairly well for the first time racing, and ever since then I've just been hooked.
So you race local. So it sounds like you've hit pretty much all the tracks around here. Does that include that Cherry Hill there and ATV Land and all those places? They're all like kind of on that circuit, right?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. And then up about in 2023, I started racing nationally. So I actually got to go to Georgia. I've went to Tennessee. I've went to Illinois.
Wow, that's kind of cool, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, it's been all over the place. I've gotten to go.
See, you say this is amateur, but I mean, I know he's probably not actually getting paid for it, but if you're touring and running those races all over and you've got sponsors that you're shouting out at the beginning of your program that you have memorized, you're up there. But, man, it's still a great hobby. So you said Pine Lake was the first place you were racing at. Tell us about that.
So yeah, the first race was I'll just say it was terrible. I was terrible. Okay, so like I didn't know a thing about racing in the woods or anything like that, but Bud Fisher talked me into coming out there and running it was an E-Rock series. I went out, so it's called a dead start in XC racing, so no machines are running. I had a 0405, so I had to kickstart it. And as soon as they wave a flag, you got to start it. And the first one, you got to get into the woods as fast as you can, right? It's the whole point of racing. You got to win. Well, I had never done it before. So I tried starting it. I stalled it. I started it. And I got into the woods. Well, I didn't even get a lap into the race. And I wrecked. And I broke my steering stem in half. So my day was over within probably 10 minutes. Yeah.
You raced all over the place, like Tennessee and all those places. What's our tracks locally compared to those tracks?
Small.
Small,
Yeah. So those national circuit tracks, I mean, they're big. Like so this last weekend I was actually just down in Nashport, Ohio at Briarcliff MX, and like these tracks and jumps are just massive compared to local.
How long does a normal race last?
So it all depends on what class you run or whatever. Like typically it could be from 4 laps to it could be a timed race. Like the pros, they run 20 plus 2 laps, 20 minutes plus 2 laps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You get like a gas brake filled up and stuff, or do you have to do it all in one tank?
So if you're racing in the woods, you have gas brakes, yes. So an XC race is where you race in the woods, MX is on the track, right? So XC racing, yes, you have to stop fuel because it's a 2-hour long race. Wow. 2 hours, yeah. You're going for 2 hours long. It's rough.
That's got to be heck on the vehicle, man.
Oh, yeah, that's why I switched over to MX, because, like, just maintenance was stupid expensive, and
I can see it.
And the mud, and, oh, man, it was just terrible.
But, yeah, my mom's boyfriend used to do a lot of motocross, so I went to a couple of those races. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was all in the woods, all these different tracks and jumps, and it was pretty neat.
Yep, that's exactly what I do. It's a blast.
He bought me a mini bike. I was in my backyard pretending everything.
Yeah.
So my buddy used to build mini bikes, and we used to ride them around in his yard all the time too. They were great.
I love that mini bike.
You can do a lot with 5 horsepower.
Yeah.
So like, the tracks, I'm assuming they're like multiple terrain tracks. Do you guys do like the hill climbing and all that?
So like the hill climbing, that was all part of like XC racing back in the day. Like you would have to go up the hills. It's just part of the racetrack or whatnot. I didn't really particularly do like, there is like just strictly hill racing where you got to race up the hill, first one up wins.
It's like drag racing.
Yeah. Right, correct. Yeah, I don't do any of that, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know they used to have them as part of regular tracks too. Like there was always one big hill.
Yeah. When I raced in the woods, that was part of it. Yep. They have a lot of those over at Pine Lake.
So you kind of have. Yeah, I was just told by Andrew that I have to make sure I actually take the mic. So you kind of have to tune your bike up and get it geared up for like the specific kind of racing that you're doing, or their ATV. It's still like a bike. I don't care what you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still got to kind of get it geared up and tuned up for the the specific kind of racing that you're doing. So, what's the kind of stuff that would be different from what you apply to your bike than what other people like for the hill climbers would set up?
So I'm not real familiar with hill climbers, but I could give you a good rough estimate on between XC racing and motocross. So like motocross, you typically want to go. So there is requirements. So you can't be too wide. It's short. Like you can have a short wheelbase. Nobody really cares about that, but you can't go too wide, right? So like I ride a 2014 YFZ 450R. So I have +2 A arms, +2 rear end, which makes me 2 inches wider on each given side. And then so like XC racing, which is like uphill and whatnot, you would want to be narrower, which you would typically run like a +1. So that way you'd fit between trees and whatever easier when you're flying through there, because trust me, trees don't move. Let me tell you.
I'm sure they hurt.
Oh yeah, they definitely hurt. But yeah, so and it's also like, picking your tire size and whatever. So like in XC racing, you want to run a bigger tire. So you clear you clear over tree branches, ruts and whatnot. Whereas MX, we run 18-inch rear tires, which are smaller, 21-inch fronts. You want to be lower to the ground, faster cornering, stuff like that.
So do you guys do the mudding too? Like the I know at Cherry Hill there they got the mudding run, where there's just a big mud pit, like the quarter mile, but for mudding.
Yeah, no, I don't do anything like that. No.
Okay. We're trying to get Andrew on the top of a Can-Am out there in that mud pit, but that'll probably be next summer.
Yeah.
So
no objections.
No objections.
No objections. Yeah.
All right, we'll get him ratchet strapped down. I'm telling you, we're gonna do it. We're gonna try. So no pulling or anything like that though. You guys don't do pulling with them, or
Nope.
Okay.
I ride sports quads. So like if I had a utility or a 4x4 or stuff like that, I'd be doing like mudding and whatnot. But yeah, say sports quads don't do that.
So what kind of modifications do you make on the bike or is that a secret?
It's not really secret per se, but like I'd say like you're building everything. So shout out to another sponsor, JB Racing. He's right out of Springfield, PA. He did all my suspension. So like I have a swing arm from JB, A arms. I lowered my subframe because I'm a shorter guy, so it brings down the seat height a little bit. So when you're going through like rough, choppy stuff, you don't get knocked over the bars. Also steering stem. As for like performance modifications, another shout out to Mark Baldwin at Baldwin Motorsports. He builds my motors. He gets like probably one of the best all around rideable engines. Like just you're just mainly going for horsepower and reliability at that point.
So do you start with like a stock motor and then they build it out for you then?
Yeah, so I start off on a bone stock YFZ 450, and from then it gets stripped down to bare frame. I send it over to JB Racing. He powder coated it all for me, and then he made me the A-arms, swing arm, and stem. And then from then it just gets built on, and then I got all the stuff over to Mark Baldwin. It got put together at Baldwin Motorsports right here in North Kingsville.
Well, it's good. I'm so glad that we do a whole lot of racing stuff around here. That's like one of my favorite things about living in Ashtabula County.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was saying to the folks over at the America 250 event, I'm like, I love living out here because there's so many different lifestyles that you can live out here. We got the dirt track racing and the off-road racing. Mm-hmm. And we got like the off-grid living and the hobby farms and the industrial farming. And then we got like the city life if you need that too, if that's really what your thing is. So it's just amazing like what we have. And it kind of all can come together as a big community.
Yeah. There's such a variation of, like you said, all these different sports and activities and whatnot. It's such a little place. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing. And makes me glad I moved out here. Absolutely. So you do a bunch of touring, so your time is pretty well taken up between probably working full time like the rest of us and going out to all these racing events. What's your schedule look like?
Oh, it's busy 24/7. It's between working full time, then maintenance on the machines, and then the woman, she keep you busy, but
got to keep her happy.
Yep. So yeah, it's always busy. You're always moving, and I would honestly not have it any other way.
Well, that's good. You know what? And I'm not gonna ask your age, but you seem like you're a younger guy compared to me. And is there a lot of guys your age in it? I mean, obviously there were mentors that brought you into it, but I mean, it's, some people say, oh, these hobbies are dying, these sports are dying. Do you see that as a thing, or are there a good number of younger guys in the field bringing it up?
So, I wouldn't say it's necessarily dying per se. It has slowed up quite a bit, which is very sad to see, but it's just the times. Like, everything's so expensive, and it's hard to, I mean, for a 5-gallon thing of fuel I runs $120, and that doesn't even last you a weekend. So, yeah, I wouldn't really say it's dying. I mean, I can tell you right now, once you get to about my age in the sport, they all start falling off because you have kids and whatnot. I'm 26, so yeah, I'd say the younger age, there's a decent amount of them, but I mean, I would love to see some more get into the sport and spread it.
How do they start if they don't have an uncle that forces you to buy a four-wheeler off of them?
I would say force, but honestly, I mean, you could get any sport quad. Just make sure you have your typical safety requirements. Have that and just go out and have fun. I mean, show up to your local track. Like there's Pine Bituming Hole Shot. There's New Track, Beulah MX. If you want to race in the woods, if not, I mean, you could always go just ride at Pine Lake, get a hold of Bud Fisher. I'm sure he'll let you go out there and have some fun. And they have like woods races and all that there. Also TT. They have a big TT race coming up this weekend over there.
Yeah, they do big four-wheeler racing up there, and it's an all-weekend deal. And I haven't actually been to it yet, but I know it's a big event.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah, everybody, like, there's some people coming up from California for it.
That's cool. I know Cherry Hill is trying to bump up right over there too and be big. They got a big event that they do in the spring. We met those folks.
Okay.
They're very nice, and they got a nice bike area. They gave us a little tour on a gator of their whole place. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then so do you use places like that to practice as like your practice areas?
Yeah. So actually, so my buddy, like I said earlier, Anthony Schwartz, he has like we're building a little home track behind his house, just something to mess around on. But a track that I have for practice is Pine Lake. They have an MX track in the back.
Okay. So no tricks though. You guys are straight riding, trying to do the best you can. Like you see the guys and they want to stand on their foot pegs and wave their hands in the air as they're going over the jumps or whatever. You guys don't showboat too much on that end.
Not really. I mean, I've tried and failed miserably, but yeah, no, we're not really big trick riders. I mean, I would love to do it, like ATV Big Air Tour, like they do backflips and all that stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of stuff. Obviously, you don't want to do that in the middle of a race, but
no.
But so, tell us about safety gear. Do you guys wear like full padded suits, or I mean, I would imagine. I mean, I've hit a tree or two in my day, and I know how that feels with a bunch of armor around you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those things don't protect you from anything. So, what kind of safety gear do you use, and how do you handle all that?
So we'll start with the quad. So the quad, your safety gear is, if you have a sports quad, you have Nerf bars. They keep your feet away from getting sucked underneath the machine. And then also, it's called a tether kill switch. So if you come off, you have this long tether that holds on to the kill switch, obviously, and then it pulls out and shuts the machine off. So the machine can't go without you. So if you fall off. Now, as for personal protection gear, it's an array. Like some people wear neck braces. I don't particularly wear one. But helmets, chest protector. I wear a shoulder brace. I have a bad shoulder. I also wear knee pads, boots, and then some people wear a kidney belt.
Okay, so not like hockey pads, like that kind of thing.
No,
or
like nothing like that.
Something to reinforce your rib cage or whatever.
Yeah, the chest protectors, they go around.
They go around and keep you from getting broken ribs as much.
Yep.
Right.
I haven't had one, knock on wood, since I've wore a chest protector. So.
Well, very good. That's what they're for.
Yep, they did their job.
As much.
Sorry, go ahead.
The key word there is as much.
Yeah, right. As much. Yeah.
Man, I have to get out to some of those because to me, what you guys do just seems crazy. I mean, like I've ridden four-wheelers and taken them out hunting in backwoods. You know, my uncle growing up, he had tons of woods, and I visited out there, and rode his 4-wheelers a few times and friends and mini bikes and stuff. But, I'm just of this idea that if I got to go faster than like 40 miles an hour on one of those things, that's too much. And
Mhm.
obviously you guys go way faster than that.
Yeah.
So good on you for that. So what's your top speed, you think?
So, there is some straights, but I'd say top speed typically, even if you're like hitting jumps, so I use like Briarcliff MX for instance, they have a humongous jump out there. It's literally called Bigfoot, right? So you have to hit that like probably 40, 45 mile an hour, and you're going 30 plus feet in the air.
Wow, that's height.
It's tall. It's a big
That's
jump.
gotta hit hard when you hit the ground.
Oh, wow. I don't want to hit the ground off of that jump.
Well,
but
even if you're landing on your wheels, man, it's still gotta be.
yeah, it's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a lot of weight coming down. So when you hit the ground, now they got the ramp on the other side
Yeah.
to hopefully catch you, but
Yep.
you're still coming down good on that.
Yeah, I'd say I have a really good suspension setup. Mark Baldwin built me a set of PB1s. I really rarely feel landings.
So I know I know you saw it and we saw it too, and I don't know how to say it because she put it out there on her own thing, but we've had Emily Stoyer on our show a couple times, and she's awesome, and we really appreciate her sharing her hobbies with us.
Yep.
And obviously she's welcome back on the show anytime, even if she's doing whatever it is she's doing. But she did release on Facebook the other day that she's, at least for now, retiring from racing. And one of the big things she talked about was the price involved in keeping up and maintaining it. And I get that, as an amateur radio operator. Right. We want another radio. It's a couple grand sometimes, easily. And so how does this relate price-wise to other forms of racing?
I would say it's pretty close. Like, I know people argue that, cars cost more. Well, it's all of what you're making, honestly. But so I got lucky, like I said, with sponsors and great people surrounding me, like Mark helping me out. I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be racing right now, right? So expense, like, you could be up to $40,000 into an ATV to have a fully pro-built.
Well, some of those other ones, like Can-Ams, don't they kind of start around 25 anyway, or 30, right in there? Some of the top-end ones?
Yeah, that'd be those are like 4x4s though. Those aren't sport quads. Like sport quads, you're typically just out the door. I would say on a new YFZ, you're about 14 grand in the hole.
Okay, so that's actually not horrible starting, and then you still have to pay or whatever it is you're going to dump into it to trick it out from there.
Right.
One right off the thing. Can you buy like a quad right off the dealership and race it, or do you have to like use all kinds of specifications for the event?
No, so like I said, Yamaha, they have a quad that you can buy right off the showroom floor, throw a set of Nerf bars on and a tether kill switch and go hit the track.
How much does like all that cost? Just like a beginner kit?
Beginner kit, and a lot of times, so like Yamaha, they have their own branch, GYTR. You can get it right from the dealer and put it on. It'd probably be an extra, probably $500-600 from whatever the retail is on it. You could go run that on any track. Like I was gonna say is that you don't have to have all the fancy stuff like I have. You don't have to have all that stuff. As long as you're out on the track having fun and learning. I get beat by guys on stock bikes. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like it's all rider.
You mentioned sponsors before. How many sponsors do you have? How hard was that to get them?
So I have quite a few sponsors. As for hard to get them, I kind of just picked them up along the way, and it was just for meeting great people, and they backed me with what I wanted to do. So like all my sponsors, I have Baldwin Motorsports. Mark over there does a great job. Did my suspension, my motors, like phenomenal. And then I have JB Racing. He did all my suspension and our A-arms and frame parts and whatnot. And then Bish Motorsports, Emily's boyfriend, he did my wiring harness and whatnot, and he helped me out with a few things. And then Quinn's Photography and Media. She does all the photographs and everything. She helps me get my sponsors. That's all my sponsors, and then I have a few here and there. Like I said, Bud Fisher, he sponsored me by letting me come practice at the track. And he used to build my XC bikes back in the day. But yeah,
Some kind of advertisement that you need. Got a 1 bar battery.
oh boy. Where you go?
There you go. You can have your dead mic back.
Yeah, we can make it reach. Go ahead.
So I forgot my question though. We were talking about sponsors. How when you're advertising, how do you get yourself out there for sponsors?
So it's called like a resume. So you take like I said, Quinn's photography and media. She takes great pictures and whatever. You would put together a resume with pictures of you racing, whatever. Then you put accomplishments that you've done, or like me, my last one, I haven't made one in a few years. Honestly, I haven't put myself out there to get more sponsors or anything. But so like I put like I had a championship. I led this many races and won this many races, and then like you just put like basically for them to get to know you, to see if you're like a stand-up person, I would say, and if they would want to help you out or not.
So you mentioned like about 4, right? So how many sponsors do you have total?
I think it's 5 or 6. I want to say.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. And some of these guys have been with you from the beginning.
Yep,
Right.
some of them have helped me through every single trial and whatever that I've done. Like, so even, I mean, most of these sponsors have all stuck with me. So I had a hard year. I went down and raced in Georgia. I had a bad wreck. I put a hole in my lung and compressed my spine. I was out of work for a couple months. Yeah, and all them guys stuck with me. Those are all sponsors stuck with me. So I'll stand by them for anything I need.
So that's one of the things I've noticed about a lot of the racing teams and the racing field, whether it's quarter mile or dirt track and it sounds like the same thing here, is that there's a team, the family that forms around the driver and the racing team that really kind of sticks it out with them.
Yeah, and all these guys I have with me, they're just like my family. Like I wouldn't think of it any other way. Even if I stopped racing, like I would still keep in contact with these people.
Obviously, you guys you do holidays and everything together, like big family outings and like team building stuff.
Yeah, so like a lot of them are hang out with besides without even having to do with racing. I mean, Mark Baldwin, I've been invited to his family's Christmas before. Like it's a great time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you need that. You need that community involvement to keep people going. How do I put it? It's from a other hobby standpoint, from like a tabletop role playing standpoint, the hero, the adventurer, wasn't the guy with all the stuff, and usually that first level character going out there, it was, the mom made sure he had a good bag to carry his stuff in, and the uncle gave him his first sword, and
007 would be nothing without the gears.
Yeah.
So what's the spectators aspect of this going to be? Because Raceway 7, you have like, bleachers and all that stuff. People can go and watch the races. But for the woods, going racing around through the woods, it's kind of hard for people to come and watch that, right? Or is there a spot where, like an arena?
Yeah, so actually, if you're talking about XC racing, we call the spectators, they're called like mud crickets, I guess. That's their nickname. They're like, a lot of them, they go piling through the mud, and like you come around and you see a whole group of people and they're just caked in mud cheering you on and whatnot. But yeah, there's designated areas that they have lined up so you can walk and watch in the woods. And like we come out into like field sections, or like over at Pine Lake, we'll come out and we're actually go on the flat track and then go back in.
All right, that sounds like fun though. I mean, I'd like to see the racers, but I think with the spectators, you only get like a spot.
Yeah, I'd say that's only really with woods racing, because like MX, there's big stands, and then like Pine Bituming Hole Shot, there's a huge stand. Like they have a bar in there, they have pool tables, they have a race
they just
shop.
did a bunch of remodeling over there
Correct.
too, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, like
Yep.
just this past year.
Yep.
Yep, because the construction crew I work with had us come out and take a look at it, but it was way too much for us.
Yeah,
to
it
do.
was a lot. They pretty much revamped that whole place. But yeah, I say spectators wise, like that's probably the best it's ever been.
All right, so that's a good spot to go. So it's no circle track racing then.
I might dabble in it here in a little bit. I'm starting to get older. Jumping ain't as fun as it used to be. So keeping it on the ground will probably end up being in the future. But yeah, I mean, it's great. Like, you guys could come out this weekend. Like I said, there's a huge race at Pine Lake this weekend. There's going to be a lot of guys
Are they
all
racing
weekend long.
Sunday out there too?
Yeah, Sunday and Saturday. So
I
Saturday
know
they're
it's a
doing like,
weekend day.
Yes.
Weekend thing.
yeah, Saturdays they'll be doing their heats and then their mains will be on Sunday.
We have what we call Ohio QSO party for the radio group. So we radio out as amateur radio operators specifically in Ohio to everybody, and it's like a big contest thing sort of. And I'm stuck doing that on Saturday, but I might make it over there Sunday. That'd be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, where are we at?
We're 35. We have people in chats are saying that our audios sound pretty good. Looks like. The EQ.
That was just me talking with your dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then okay, yeah, your dad's talking a lot in the chats there.
Hey, Dad, how you doing? All right. Yeah, we added some new equipment to the studio today. Unfortunately, we didn't charge our microphones all the way up, but
I plead the fifth on that. They both said fully charged when I unplugged them.
yeah, I don't know what that means.
We are working on upgrades. We're good.
Yeah, there you go. So, aside from Pine Lake, where are you racing next, and where can people find you?
So people can find me on if you have any questions, feel free to find me on Facebook, Asher Searles. As for next time racing, I'm not really sure. The National Series is over for the year. They just had the final this past weekend. We got rained out, sadly, on Sunday. So we didn't get to race the second half of the series. But as for, I'll probably just do some local races, maybe here at Pima doing Whole Shot, or Beulah MX. I think I'm going to go to maybe a ride day in October at Briarcliff. But other than that, my season's pretty much over.
Well, that's cool. How long does your season last?
So the first round of the season typically starts back in March or February, and then it will be like every 2 weeks there'll be a race. There's usually like 8 to the series.
Okay, so do you guys do points then, or is it just whoever wins the race?
It's points. It's all counted up at the end of the year.
It's all counted up. And
Yep.
so every track that you go to is part of that racing series.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Are there multiple racing series?
Yeah. So like, there's local. The one I'm talking about is the National Series. So it's all over the U.S. Locals, I don't really race all that many locals anymore. I'm just busy and price is expensive. So like.
Right. But what I'm saying is that, like, on a national level, like if you look at NASCAR, it's all NASCAR.
Yeah.
But then they have the Cup Series. Then they have like the O'Reilly Series. Then they have the, you know what I mean? It's still all the same cars, just different racing series.
Yeah. As for nationals, there's only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shoot, man. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Pleasure.
Appreciate you being here. Rikus, you got anything more?
Not about quads. I think we covered a lot. I mean, that's amazing. I love the sport, and I just don't think I can have it in me to jump those things. I'm too old.
Yeah.
We were very information dense tonight. I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming on the show. You have anything else you want to say?
No, just like I said, shout out to all my sponsors. Shout out to Quinn's Photography and Media. I appreciate everything you've done. And like I said, if anybody wants to get their kid into the sport or have any interest in the sport, feel free to find me on Facebook. Ask any questions. I'll try to help you out.
Awesome. Do you have anything for Pioneer Picnic?
Not just Pioneer Picnic. Well, I could go down the list here. So we will be at Pioneer Picnic. Amigos Radio Club. Ashtabula is going to be at Pioneer Picnic. We are set up 28th, 29th, and 30th as a special event station. We will be operating as Whiskey 8 Quebec. Whiskey 8 Quebec will be the call sign. We'll be operating, as long as the band isn't playing, we'll probably be operating the whole time they're open. So what that means for us is like we're licensed like regular radio stations, so we get our call signs like a regular radio or television station.
Right.
There are special call signs that are set aside for event stations, and since Pioneer Picnic is in their 136th year, I believe, is now, that qualifies as a special event for them, and so we're doing that. This upcoming weekend, Saturday, we're going to be at the Jefferson Conservation Club. I don't know if you know where that is.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to be running a Ohio QSO party, so we'll be shouting out to all the other Ohio stations and surrounding areas to talk to them. Come by, check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great time. That's I believe the address, if I remember off the top of my head, is 3600 Stanhope Kellogg'sville Road, and the Pioneer Picnic address, which will be the following weekend, is 1809 Middle Road, I believe is what it is. And man, those guys have dumped a ton of money into that place over the last year. They've really been upgrading it and fixing it up. The place was starting to struggle there when I first got involved. When I moved here 12 years ago, I first saw the place. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And there were maybe only 5 people trying to put it together. And they've managed to pull, when you talk about pulling the community together, they've managed to do that. And we had Tim, the president of the committee over there, in here with us earlier in the summer, or at the beginning of summer, just before spring, talking about all the improvements they're making. Brand new log cabin just went up.
Tore down the old log cabin. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But
And,
It's pretty rough. Yeah.
the new stage has all been built out. They made some updates to the kitchen and a new ice cream stand. And I don't know if you're from around here, so Pioneer Picnics is probably the thing you've been to.
Oh yeah, it was a long time ago, but yeah, I've been.
Yeah, you should come. It's back. Tractor pulls are back.
Oh, nice.
And like all the reenactors are starting to come back to the fair to it too. All the food vendors are starting to show back up. It's really becoming a great thing again.
Awesome.
Yeah, so good for them. We'll be there for that. And gosh darn it, I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. You have a sweepstakes coming up though.
I will also be set up at the Pioneer Picnic, not for the comic books, but for Trail Life.
Oh, there you go.
I've been working with them. It looks like we're going to be setting up a Trail Life camp and inviting more people to come in to talk about Trail Life and see what that's all about. And then we're hosting a Trail Life event at the Church of Conneaut Church, right across, right by the Highland Apartments. We're doing an open house the weekend after. I think that's the weekend after Pioneer Picnic. And so if you want to enroll the kids into something adventurous, camping, doing a lot of kids activities, bring your kids in, see what it's about. And would love to talk to you about that. And I'm doing a sweepstakes for the comic book store. We're giving away a $100 gift card for gas, a gas card, and a $50 gas card, and a $25 gas card. All you have to do is walk through the door. You get a ticket. That's all you have to do. And then you're entered once a day. If you want more tickets, every $20 you spend at my comic book store, you get another ticket. And then we'll be drawing the winner on Labor Day weekend. So check out the comic book store. Get free gas, man. Free gas.
Nowadays, we need free gas. All the free gas we can get.
So check out the comic book store. Check out Pioneer Picnic. Check out Trail Life, and then go watch some bike riding.
Yeah. Get out to Pine Lake this weekend. We need some more people out there to see the sport.
Mud crickets, or what'd you call that?
That wouldn't be this weekend, but yeah. I guess you could be a mud cricket too and come out and
sure
XC race. Yeah.
Let's be some mud crickets and support the hobby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank everybody for joining us tonight, and folks who are going to watch the show later, please like and subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel. YouTube is constantly making changes to the way they do things, but we are pushing now that we've given away our little prizes here. We're pushing for the 500 subscriber mark, and next week we will make an announcement. Next week we'll make an announcement as to what the prize package starts at. All right, cool.
I think this next package is going to be something I'm going to keep contributing to.
Well, I got us
big
some
one.
stuff for a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We've got some cool stuff. So I think between the two of us and whatever else we've got, we'll have a good prize package. So be on the lookout for that information. Go over to ashtabulahobbytalk.com. Check us out. Subscribe there so that we can keep you on the list, because if you don't, we don't have a real list of who's been watching our show, but we appreciate you guys. Check us out on Facebook. We're there too, Ashtabula Hobby Talk, and there's links to a bunch of all our episodes. Go get links to there, and
subscribe, comment all you want. We'll talk back to you.
Comment in the live feed. Come back later. Comment in not live feed. Keep the algorithm going, and I think that's it. That's all I got, man.
Hobby on.
Hobby on.
Hobby on.
Hobby on.